Hello, StreamYard! It's me, the Great Taboo, and everyone's favorite person, EFEDer, Jimmy G!
That's me. I got one more little share to do, and then we're going to get in the action. But, hey, Taboo, let us know what Turnbuckle Talk is all about here.
I created this thing for YouTube 2009. So when I started wrestling as a kid back when I was 15 years old, 1985, we didn't have to do promos. There was not really that much going on. We just wrestled and went, got hurt, went home, and did it again.
Dust yourself off.
Dust yourself off, and you didn't have to really do promos. You didn't. And I got older, and I think I was, give me a second, I was probably 37, 39 at the time. And then my brother said, hey, we have nothing that we're a kid, you know, there's nothing recorded. And the economy went down 2008. And then in 2009, when it was really bad, they were sending us home. We decided, hey, my kids were old enough. Let's do some wrestling. Let's do promos and everything. So then I made up Turnbuckle Talk to do a talk show. So I owned it.
It was like considered the moonlight of your career a little bit.
Yes.
After
I sit down and actually talk.
After you had to hang up the John Cena wristbands in your own personal career, I'm sure you stepped in from time to time, but you transitioned to an analyst role.
Yep.
But
yes, I did.
Well, that's good to hear. I'm glad to have you. This is something we did say there's certain things we don't want to allude to, but there's a guy that goes, all right, I already did it. It took 2 seconds for me to get into the show. But what happens over there is you guys go live. That is not something that's seen in a lot of other places where you guys kind of host your own Piper's Pit, your own Carlito's Cabana, your own highlight reel. That is something that I think is missing in a lot of other leagues. And I'm glad to find a way to bring a character talk show. The Great Taboo, in a way, is pretty much the host of Turnbuckle Talk. And I'm glad to bring it here through Revolt, at least. And I'm glad to see, I'm kind of excited to see what's going to happen here tonight.
Well, I think the reason why you don't see a lot of these for half of these big major stars in different federations, they're good. They're really good. But I don't think having them do a live, if me and you had to go like, you know, for the title right now, you know, Jimmy G, you know, if somebody was pulling the strings and our boss or whatever said, hey, you got to go at it live. And the person who beats, you know, who wins live is a champion. I can do it. You can do it. Half them big stars out there with the big names, they can't do it. They recorded, pre-recorded stuff. They just can't do it.
Now, on an unsanctioned back and forth, I'm confident in my skills. But when it actually says, ding, 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 we're ringing the bell, and it's your live promo versus my live promo, I'm a little out of my element. It is tough. Once the match actually becomes official and you're doing a live match, it is tough. There's no recuts. A lot of people get loud. So somebody like you and me who's already loud, we get even louder in those live situations. That is a time where I would like to see somebody do the Jake of the Snake approach. But almost all live battles always deteriorate into yelling and screaming. It's crazy.
Oh, you're right. And plus, you're going to find the people, that can't do it that will read off a paper. And they'll have right in front of them, and they'll put glasses on, and you can see they're reading. There's no glasses around me. I don't need a paper. It's all on my damn head.
Ooh, now Taboo, I think you're a little bit older than me. We haven't did a DNA in me yet, but there not only can people write their notes and put it like somewhere off camera. There is an app where when you're recording, it actually will tell you the words. So if it's telling you the words, you could almost chat GPT it as well, which it scares me a little bit, but I don't think chat GPT could duplicate the cadence and the pizzazz that I try to do. So I don't know.
You're right. It just takes away from it. Here I am trying to paint a painting, you know, with my own hands. And then all of a sudden, hey, you know, AI, help me with this. And I claim it as mine. Did I really do it?
All right. Well, I'm going to put, if you don't mind, I'm going to leave the back door open here in Revolt Studios for anyone to jump on. I'm going to put that. That's available to the locker room. Now, you do have the stream yourself. You can share the stream to anyone else. I think you already did that ahead of time. But before we get into the John Cena match, as I'm about to share the open the back door, anything you want to talk about before we get into that?
Oh, the only thing I want to say is the strange people I have met during this game. I met a lot of good people. I met a lot of bad people. Okay, a lot of selfish people. No names today, but they knew who they are.
No,
A
let's
lot of
be
selfish
honest.
people.
If you go to a wrestle, I just had a wrestling show literally right down the street at the high school with me. It was a Crowbar in the main event. Bret Hart was there. Not Tony Atlas was there. Vampiro was there. And my wife had a very interesting deduction. She's like, "Why do all these people look like you?" No, without the mullet, but they all had like the t-shirt, the shorts, and the us wrestling people are already interesting. Now you take that and add it to this promo game where a lot of people are marks for their own character. I think that's where it really dwells into. A lot of people take any of the nonsense and they feel attacked if somebody comes at their character.
They do. They do. I mean, I've been attacked many times, like mostly verbally. Like when
I
we
would
was
hope
doing.
always verbally. Nobody's
Oh
actually
yeah,
came and met you.
When we was doing backyard shows, you would find them people. Well, I could beat you for that belt. I could beat you. It's like, shut up. You're a drunk. You don't know what you're saying, and you wouldn't
All
even
right,
last
Goldberg.
15 minutes.
Big reason why I don't like Goldberg. I remember Goldberg once said, nobody wants to see a match where I could gorilla press Chris Jericho and throw him into the audience. If that's what you think being a pro wrestler is, especially when you're going against somebody that's Chris Jericho, who's probably in a lot of people's top 5 of all time, you don't really understand wrestling. But that's Goldberg. Goldberg is Goldberg in his own nutshell. But
Yep.
speaking of people that got retired recently by Gunther, I think let's draw a little attention to it. Let's bring it up. The John Cena man. What are your hot takes on how all that went down? Before you get into that, I do have a guest. Somebody already found their way to the back door. So the artist known as D Nice. Hello, sir.
What's up, man?
What's going on? We're about to, unless you want to go into another subject, we're about to talk about Saturday night's main event. Are you an innocent bystander? Do you have a quick rant? Or are you just kind of here to participate in the show? What do you got for us tonight?
I'm just here to participate, man.
Awesome. I like it. So what we're going to go into right now is the John Cena. So what do you think, D Nice, as our guest here in Turnbuckle Talk? I'm sure D Nice, Taboo would like to hear your opinions. What did you think about Saturday night's main event?
I mean, I think it was, honestly, it wouldn't go any other way than Cena losing. I didn't really like him losing to Gunther. I think it could have been somebody better, but because Gunther doesn't really need that push. I mean, he's been on top multiple times. He had the world title, I believe. I mean, that's all I really took from it. I didn't really care for the Cena match. It was kind of boring because of Gunther. But
well, Cena is a man that is known to be the perfect person to wrestle with. If you're an AJ Styles, an Edge, he's a good person for you to apply your crap with. If he's going to get somebody again like Gunther, maybe not the best clash of styles.
Right.
Taboo, though, as a man that's been watching wrestling longer than me, you said you were already backyard wrestling by 1985. I mean, I don't even think I was born yet. So how do you take how all that went down?
I think that you could see he was starting to not wrestle very good, and he knew his time was limited, so he did the right thing. And what the kid just said here, 100% agree. There could have been somebody else better. He could have passed the torch on too, but he did pass the torch on.
So, but from what you saw in the tournament, who do you think would have been a better spot of the people that were announced for the tournament?
AJ Styles.
Who was not in the tournament, but he already had. So you would have liked to see a rematch of
No. I wouldn't have liked.
You hope that AJ's.
Hold on, sorry. I didn't want them to do the first match. Like, I would have been happier if they didn't do the first match of AJ Styles and John Cena and saved it for Saturday night's main event because it was a damn good match.
I'm hoping AJ cuts his hair. I mean, I'm a big fan of the long hair, but I want to see AJ go a little old school. He still looks like a young man. I like that he rocked the trunks. I mean, that match delivered. You never know what happens if you just – it's the whole butterfly effect. You flap those wings, and you brought up AJ Styles. Do you think that was a botch or he did that on purpose, the phenomenal elbow at Saturday night's main event? Do you think that was supposed to happen or he just missed the top rope?
I think he did on purpose.
Yeah.
Because he is trying to sell the fact that he's losing a step, and he's brought up his retirement in response to John Cena. And that's what's crazy about AJ Styles. You don't know if he's that good that you don't know if he's like doing a botch or not. And the
I was
fans
asked that question many times, and my opinion on it was he did on purpose. The guy's a pro, 100% pro, and he did on purpose.
But it
he
was
made it look
weird
good.
how he was talking, and those other two guys freaking phenomenal. As a big guy that likes big guy wrestling, I also love acrobatics. I think acrobatics does belong in professional wrestling. There's a spot for it. Just like comedy in wrestling, just like seriousness in wrestling. Wrestling is a whole smorgasbord of everything. But a lot of people are planning on retiring next year. There's rumors of Brock Lesnar retiring at SummerSlam. I would love to see him and The Rock run it back. I mean, in 2002, they didn't even start this ascension. Not only did The Rock become the greatest action star right now, probably, like it's really like, can it be debated? He's probably the top action star right now. Even
100% top.
And then Brock Lesnar went to UFC and won the world championship there. So for them to run it back, they both have made their names a lot bigger. But I don't know, a Rock Brock match might not really deliver.
Skinny. I don't see him coming back at all. He got real skinny.
Yeah,
he's still cut. I mean, I saw Drew McIntyre in person. I took a picture with him and everything. He looked like a basketball player. He did not look that cut. I kind of went up to him and like I told my wife, I was like, "Yo, like what's up?" He had a couple inches on me, but
right.
But a lot of times, just because they look small, I mean, The Rock looks small compared to what he was looking like a couple of years ago when he was a fucking Viking warrior that would be on the front of a boat ready to pillage a city. But back to John Cena. But back to John
I want to go back to I want to go back to John Cena. What about this storyline? Would this even worked? You imagine Cody would have came out there with the belt on John Cena's side, and then he hits Cody, and then Cody hits him with the belt, cost him the match. Would that been better in your guys' eyes?
So,
Yeah.
but I don't think. What's that, D-Nice? What do you think?
Turning Cody heel.
Can you hear me?
So, yeah, we can hear you now. You're fading
It's cutting out a little bit. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we're good now.
Okay. Yeah, that would have been much better. Turning Cody heel, it would have gave people more interest in the match, because honestly, after the match, I don't know if it was just heat with Gunther or if they were full on get this guy the fuck up, because you heard them. They were booing him out of the arena, basically. Did the same thing.
So would you say, would you think Triple H became a bigger heel that night, potentially? I don't know if I'm lagging out or you're lagging out, D-Nice. I think D-Nice is lagging. D-Nice, I'm going to remove you. Come back in a little bit. I think he was just lagging. Cell phones are kind of strange with this. I lag, but my audio is always good. My fantasy booking. Oh, I only removed him from stage. Let's see. Are you better? Let's see.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're good.
Okay. Go ahead.
People are going to make fun of us with this back and forth.
Yeah.
What were you thinking, D-Nice?
What would you done differently? If you ran the show Saturday night, D-Nice, what would you done?
Honestly, I would have probably did what you said about Cody turning heel. It would have gave more interest in the match, because honestly, I was hoping something would happen afterward where they'd have, I don't know, the legends go in the ring and hug Cena or something, but no, they just kind of stood outside and he walked out. He didn't give a speech or anything. It just kind of seemed like they stopped caring at the end of the match.
Well, I mean, that was the viral moment. That was the viral moment. I mean, John Cena's small, and I want to get to that. How I would have liked it is John Cena loses, I guess, tap out, whatever. I think that would have been a perfect time for Chris Jericho to come out. Gunther did a countdown clock to it, him beating him. Imagine Jericho coming out as Cena's about to cut his farewell thing, and Jericho comes out acting like a new young rookie that you guys never seen, literally reenacting when he went back to WWE the very first time when it's WWF, the Ayatollah of rock and roll. I really hope, if I'm a huge Chris Jericho fan, he floats at number 2 or 3. HBK is one of the greatest pro wrestlers ever, so he's always, it's hard because honestly, there's a time where Taboo or me could probably have beaten up HBK, like in his 20s. Would you think that's safe to assume, Taboo, that you probably could have beat up, if you're 25 years old, beat up a 25-year-old HBK?
I'm backyard. He actually went to the school.
Oh,
so
as wrestler. So, but the thing is, if you go against Psycho Sid, I don't know how convincing you will do it as Shawn Michaels would do it. Shawn Michaels went against Vader, Psycho Sid, where you never are like, oh, wow, that guy's scrawny and undersized. No, he made you think that he was par with those
You're
guys.
right. That's when things were changing, that you didn't need the big wrestlers anymore. Everybody was kind of cutting down.
Greatest.
That.
That's like I said, one of the great. I mean,
Bret Hart.
The Rock is number one at mine. But like I said, I think that would have been cool with Chris Jericho. But let's get to it. So the whole big thing is the smiling Cena smiling as he tapped out. What do you guys? D-Nice, we'll pass the ball back to you. What do you think about the actual finish?
His whole thing is never give up. He finally gave up. He let go. So, of course, he's going to smile. He knows this is his last time in a ring, most likely. I mean, there's that really small chance he goes over to AEW and faces people like Edge, John Moxley. I doubt it. It's John Cena. I doubt it. But, yeah, I think it was just because he was, giving up, passing the torch away, I guess. Unfortunately, it had to be Gunther. He did it, too.
What do you think, Taboo?
Didn't like it at all. I mean, why would you smile? I mean, if I had to pass the torch on to one of you guys, and I'm gonna make it look as real as possible. Snots come on my nose. I'm gonna tap out. That's a show, not like
the selling was off. But before I give my take, we have another person that found the backdoor entrance to Turnbuckle Talk. Who we got? It's Pinky and the brain.
I'm
sure you've heard it.
Guys.
Ooh, yeah. Whoa, Brain and Taboo on screen at the same time.
Pinky's in school. Pinky's in school.
Ooh. So, yeah, Brain, we're talking about the John Cena match. What do you got, man? What's the take? What's the hot take?
Why my first question, and everybody, he's got his answer. He wanted to push one of the guys. But why lose? Why lose that match? Why go out losing, man? I mean, you weren't going to hurt Gunther anyway. You weren't going to push him. You weren't going to hurt him. He should have went out with, confetti falling and, you know what I'm saying? The big send off, dude.
Underwhelming in that. I mean, they did have everybody from the back come in and give him the old, but that was right after he gave up.
Yeah, but especially tap out, bro. At least have Gunther cheat if he's going to win that way. You know what 100%. I'm saying?
Clean. Oh, he beat him clean. That is clean as clean.
I didn't get it. I was stumped, and I'm the brain. And I was like, why? He could have still put him over by letting him cheat. You know what I'm saying? I didn't like it. I didn't like that, man. That would have been like somebody beating the Undertaker going out. You know what I'm saying?
It's like when your older brother or your older cousin has you in a move. It hurts. It's annoying. He's giving you a noogie, and you say uncle. He was at peace. That's what I saw. He did the elbows, which he actually looked good. A lot of times when they do that, they have somebody in the Dragon Sleeper, and they do the elbows. They look it looked decent. I would have liked it to see struggle, but he smiled. And when you're getting choked out, as somebody that's as loud as I am, I've had a lot of people try to tap me out, and I realized giving up is a huge deterior to your character. And in high school, a lot of people. Right. And somebody got me. One of my wrestlers that was 120 pounds. Josh. I'll just say his name is Josh. He's no longer with us. Shout out to him. He snuck behind me and got me in rear naked choke. I was already out. I was in the land of, I thought I was in a field with daisies. I didn't even know where I was. It was people actually pleasure themselves and choke themselves. I'm not really into that. So It kind of does sell the fact that even though it didn't hurt, maybe he was getting choked out and he just was at peace with he knew he couldn't get out. He tried to get out, almost got out. You know what? Not only in this match, but entirely.
I mean, the only thing that for the people who love John Cena, now John Cena wasn't really my cup of tea. He wasn't my favorite. He's in the top 10, no doubt. Not my favorite. But you know, you got to give the man his due. He carried WWE for many years. Nobody can deny that, bro. Nobody. I don't care if you hate him or you love him. But for him to go out like that, man, it shocked me. It really did. Because like you said, you know, he had to give up. This was I give up.
Mm-hmm. I never gave up, man. Gave up. But if you're a storyteller,
for years, bro, what did he always preach for years, man?
Never give up. He killed his character.
That was his character, and he gave up on the last match, dude. And that just it disappointed me. I'm not going to say that I'm going to hate John Cena because of that. No, but it did disappoint me, man. But the one thing that made the people who love John Cena, the one thing that made the fall not as hard is he kept saying every interview, every TV interview, every wrestling interview, all the way through. He said, I'm doing this tournament. I'm doing this last match so I can push, so I can give somebody a push.
And look at the Saturday main event. It had a lot of new guys. I mean, I haven't really watched an Obi match. I don't know how to say his name yet. The two guys that were in the tag match.
He talked about the NXT guys all the way up until that. He said, we're bringing a bunch of NXT guys there. We're going to be pushing everybody. But the one guy that he pushed didn't need pushing. The one guy that he fought didn't need a push.
When it got to the finals, I was like, oh my God, this is the LA Knight match that he needs to fucking beat Cena, put him down. I'm LA Knight. I know how to talk. Gunther doesn't really have the superstar. Let's be honest. Like my wife watches. She's like, Gunther? Really? Gunther's the guy to beat Cena? She's not a wrestling fan. A lot of people, but at the same time, does that make him a better heel that people truly don't like him?
I would say Gunther's more old school. I'm an old school kind of guy, and Gunther would have fit in back in the 80s when I watched wrestling.
100% he would have
just fine back in the 80s. So you can't say that Gunther didn't need it. Yeah, he still needs pushes too, but just like everybody. But
it's like when Brock
he wasn't the charismatic. He's not Mr. Charismatic. Like
when Brock beat Undertaker, Brock Lesnar ended the streak. But let's look at it like a stock market. Did it really elevate Brock Lesnar that much?
And Undertaker says that every interview, his whole life, he said that ever since that night happened. He said, Brock, I didn't want to give it to Brock. They made him give it to Brock.
Ooh.
Vince told him.
We got a big one. I'm going to read this one out. This is a long one. I'm going to read this out. Nobody's really mentioned the underlining theme of the match. Pro wrestling versus sports entertainment. Pro wrestling killed sports entertainment. Maybe that's what TKO wants to kind of get across. I mean, John Cena leaving is the end of a huge era, which I think all of us realize.
I really didn't like that. So when, Randy Orton, they had him in Saudi Arabia instead of there, like at ringside with the rest of everybody else to celebrate with Cena for his retirement.
I mean, if there's anybody that's, Edge is a huge synonymous name, but Randy Orton is the end all be all of being synonymous with John Cena. I remember this is when I was kind of graduating high school. I was in high school, and these two guys came on the scene, and I was like, oh my God, these guys are literally perfect. Literally perfect. Same with Brock, same with Batista. It's crazy that freaking class. And even Shelton Benjamin doing some things. And even Rico. But anywho, my two big hot takes, and I'm going to pass the ball back to you guys. A lot of people are upset that Cena retired. Cena, before this year, was kind of missing for a good 2 or 3 years. Cena already kind of retired. So it's nice to see Cena kind of get the rub again. But I'm going to give 2 scenarios. I don't know if you guys watched The Walking Dead or The Departed. You guys, have you seen those broadcasts?
I've seen Walking Dead, but not The Departed. But go ahead.
So Departed, I don't want to give too much of a spoiler. Something happens in the elevator towards the end of that movie. And then if you watch Walking Dead, what Negan did to why do I want to call him Henry? God damn it. That for the people that know. Glenn.
When he popped his eye out of his head.
Yeah, people would be like, why the fuck? Like, people would be pissed. That's kind of, and that's what was cool about watching this show. How the fans started chanting bullshit, and you saw them kind of transition to, all right, we get it. You got to see the range of emotions, which in wrestling, not everything can be the good guy going over. We do want to see the range of emotions in wrestling.
Right. But like I said, if they were gonna, but the only thing is, the bad guy won straight. The bad guy should have cheated to win. Then it would have been okay. Nobody would have had a problem with it. It would have been,
he
that
cheated.
was just Gunther being Gunther. There's nothing John Cena could have done about it. But for him to put a hold on him and then Cena tap, come on, man. No, not on this.
That's what. So Gunther's not necessarily a cheater. He uses the rules. He's the guy that when he puts a move in, I have till the count of 5. Count 1. Like if somebody gets the ropes.
Right,
Gunther's not an Eddie Guerrero cheater.
Right.
But I mean, I'm still questioning Gunther tapping out to Jey Uso. That bothers me a whole lot more than any of the stuff I saw on Saturday Night Main Event. But.
Right.
So, do you guys want to close? Any final WWE thoughts before I move it along?
I have one, and it's for the brain because he's an older guy and he'll know what I'm talking about.
Okay.
All right. So, what do you think if WWE was bought by Saudi Arabia and everybody was moved over there? Now, all of us as wrestlers, would anybody say, yes, I'm going over there and wrestle there, or no, I'm not doing it?
I'll tell you one thing, Donnie, I'll tell you one thing. That would kill the women's division outright because the women they have to cover up everything. That would kill the women's division, period.
I didn't think about that.
I'm not saying I'm a sexist that they got to come out in their bikinis or whatever, but let's just be real. Most of us guys watch the women's division. They're great wrestlers, but we watch it because they come out.
They're hot. They're pretty. They're candy.
Sexy, okay?
We like women. It's okay to say we like women.
My
2026 is coming, but it's okay to say we like women.
And she knows. There's some women that come on the screen and the brain goes nuts. They look good and they can wrestle. Okay. But that would kill the women's division totally. If they had to stay covered like that, no men would turn off the women's division in Saudi Arabia.
But,
number 2, just being in another country, period. No matter what the country, they could have sold it to UK. USA is where it's at because all these indie guys are trying to get to these places in America where that's and I do an indie talk show. I do an indie wrestling podcast. So I've had over 500, podcasts where I've talked to indie wrestlers. They're wanting to get to, Florida where they can be seen by WWE at NXT. They're trying to get to, where VFW is in Ohio, OVW in Ohio. They're trying to get, this is the places they're trying to get. If you send the company itself overseas, a lot of these guys are going to give up, man.
Will that kill the business?
Oh, definitely. Why would you send $1 billion plus business overseas? Why?
If the money's right, money talks.
Dude, I'll tell you what, if WWE sold to Saudi Arabia, AEW would be the number 1 company in the world the next day.
They wouldn't have to try.
So here's a very interesting question for you, Brain. By what metric are you judging that by?
Money. Everything's done by money.
Revenue. So by revenue.
Dude, people ain't gonna fly over to watch the main event over in Saudi Arabia.
But if Saudi Arabia
they're gonna make you come so you can pay the money there, dude.
But if Saudi Arabia is giving the money to WWE and WWE's making money, but they're not bringing in money, but they're still making money from Saudi Arabia, that's a profit, though. Blood money.
If you were a professional wrestler, would you rather wrestle for AEW? If that happened, I'm just big if.
Mm-hmm.
If that happened, would you rather stay in America where your family's at, or would you rather fly over to a country where it's going to take 9, 10 miles of paperwork just to get your family to come over to see you wrestle?
So I'm pretty sure all 4 of us have at least dreamed at one point of like, oh wow, that'd be really cool if we were a pro wrestler, if we were signed by WWE,
going over there to wrestle
or announce or whatever, just to be part of the thing. When COVID hit, and you're like, wow, these guys just show up once a week. Like, I was like, oh man, if I was ever a pro wrestler, COVID would have been an amazing time. You only have to show up once. There's no traveling besides your one match a week. But if you had to go move to Saudi Arabia and all that jazz, unless the money's right, because this is things I look at.
Well, let's ask the young guy right here. Would you take off?
Ooh, that's a great
Would
question.
you take off? And they said, hey, you're going to be a champion,
Question.
a tag, whatever, but you have to move over there for 5 years, just 5 years of your life.
No, I wouldn't.
And where it's
do it.
not
You'd
safe.
be leaving your family.
We can't guarantee your
everything at
safety.
home.
Huh? They
I
said,
wouldn't
we
do it
can't guarantee your
because you'd be
safety.
leaving.
Oh, you would go?
Can you hear me?
Yeah. What would you
No.
do?
No.
I don't blame you. Neither would I. It's not worth it. Money is worth what it is, but how good is it if you're dead? Or,
Right.
you don't know what them people don't know you. You don't know them.
I'd be
No.
scared to take my wife
Exactly.
or daughter over there because if you don't dress a certain way, man, they'll arrest you. They'll do things. I mean, I don't know for certain. This is, but just showing the women wrestlers in the ring, you can see. I mean, they have to totally cover up. It's just like, wow, man. I mean, are they that insecure? I just don't understand it. And
Or
all the
especially,
paperwork and all the
you're
money
right.
it would take just to go over there and watch stuff. I mean, of course they're gonna have shows over here. They'd still have shows over here. There's no doubt, that they're, they might have a WrestleMania over here. But most of their shows, if that country bought it, they're gonna have a lot of that stuff over there, and they're gonna gimmick it. And we're going to be watching commercials from Saudi Arabia that we know nothing about, products we know nothing about, language that we don't understand, and things like that. Or we're going to be the Spanish announce table when that happens. You know what I'm saying?
100%. Agreed. You're right. We'll be a Spanish announce table.
Yeah.
Hey,
we'll
come to
the
Ben
American
Dobby.
announce table, which is the Spanish announce table here for all the countries that speak Spanish out there. I'm not downing anybody that speaks Spanish in America. That's not what I'm doing. I don't want the letters or the emails.
And what if you were an open gay person and you went over there and you wrestled as a gay person? How you be treated over there?
You couldn't go over there. You couldn't go over there. Period.
Now, Brain, I know being smart is your gimmick. This is what I would like to retort.
It's a gimmick. I will first say it's a gimmick.
Oh, absolutely. And believe me, if people think I'm some like wise ass that I think I'm so smart, graduated college. I'm just a wrestling fan that knows how to use wrestling to get in your guys' minds, and I win almost every EFED match I do. So with that being said, the women literally are out there competing. Yes, they have to be extra clothed, but TKO, WWE, they're making moves. I mean, maybe this is something that we need to stop being so negative as us four people on screen and realize that there is a chance of change by that happening.
Let me ask you something.
I always have answers for anything.
Let me ask you something. Do you like the new look WWE, the ring with all the things on the ring, what do you call them?
So where that becomes an issue is when I go back.
Why would you have that on the ring, man? When you could sell, when you're better off selling commercial time. I mean, don't tell me WWE don't have commercial time, because every time you get interested in a match, we'll be right back.
No, do you not remember JR? We come back from the Attitude. All right, Stacker 2 presents this and that. Like, I get that. And when we go back, it's a capsule in time. So when we go back and watch a Raw from like 5 years ago, they're like, oh, wow, they're really advertising that shitty movie on the screen.
I don't mind that, but I don't want it on the ring when they're wrestling.
And you see it. They have weird brands.
It distracts.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I don't want it on the ring. Next thing you know, they're going to be coming out. They're going to be doing NBA and NFL, and they're going to start having stuff on their gear, dude.
Mm-hmm. Look at and UFC. UFC took a deal that took that away from their people because Reebok was like, well, we'll pay you, Dana White and UFC, for that. And these fighters used to be able to put whatever logos. I mean, hell, I could be getting paid by Miller right now.
Then go do a commercial. Then don't go do a commercial for him. But I don't want to see it on your gimmick when you're coming out, bro. I just don't.
I'm not the biggest fan of it. Only Netflix. Netflix should be the only logo really you see on ringside. But if it makes money, it
That's
makes
why they're
sense.
doing it. The
But why
soft
not,
TKO
like
is
you
about
said,
money.
do the reading promo, and do a commercial. You don't need the stuff all over the ring. I'm sorry to cut you off, bro.
We're good. You can't see him. He doesn't have his camera on, so you don't really.
Yeah,
There's no.
I'm the next John Cena, man. You can't see me. But I appreciate y'all bringing me up here. I'm gonna go ahead and hop off here, though. I got a few things to do.
Well, Dean, nice. I want to transition before you leave. Is there any EFEDer you like or you dislike you like to talk about? Because I'm about to ask these two guys. I'm going to do some name recognition with these guys. Is there anybody you'd like to talk about before you leave us?
Yeah, so I really like the dog.
Oh
cool.
no. You might want to stick around for a couple minutes.
Oh, I've seen a few of his promos. He's really good. I mean, he screams at his phone a lot. He shows a lot of passion. But who I really don't like is that toothless fuck Mad T.
I ain't got no teeth either.
All right, let's just leave it on that. T. Nice. It was thanks for having you, bud. Oh, all right, sweet. So before we get into it, I mean, the brain. What do you got to talk about? The dog.
No, I'm just playing, dude. I'm playing my character at this point. I called him out on Revolt Wrestling, and he hasn't answered me. I think he's being a coward right now. People are telling me, oh, he's got this tag team thing going on. He's got this going on. But if it was him, we'd see 7 or 8 promos out there, and he'd be telling everybody that, you're ignoring me. I'm the dog spitting all over the camera. Come on now. Come on, dog. I may be just coming back. It's been a little while since I've been in the game, but people know me.
I want to ask the brain a question.
What's up?
All right. Is there a place in EFED that you would not go to?
Oh, CWF. That immediate answer, hands down. That's where I started. People don't know that. A lot of people don't know that. I
didn't know that.
In CWF. About 7 years ago, I was watching CWF, and I just said, you know what? I'm going to turn my hat backwards. I'm going to throw on a pair of glasses, and I'm going to act like a smart butt, and let's see what happens. And I did, and I sent it into CWF. Of course, LJN King hit me up. Oh, brother, that was the best thing since sliced bread. You are the man. Bring it on. Let's go. And yeah, it was just, and then a lot of things got personal stuff started coming out.
Oh yeah.
Families started getting involved in it. And then I won't name names, but we had one of, there's a place called Smoky Mountain Wrestling that I promoted for. And one of our promo artists there died. And he was a really good friend of all of us. A lot of us went to his funeral. I wasn't able to make it, but a lot of the Smoky Mountain Wrestling guys went to his funeral. Well, for some reason, I don't know, I woke up, my head wasn't on right. He got a hold of me one last time and said, hey, come back to CWF. I want to have a one-on-one with the brain. So you know me, if I have a challenge, like I challenge people, if you challenge me, I'm going to promo against you, win or lose. I don't care. So I went back and I fought him, and he was losing. By all accounts, everybody was saying he was losing. And he got mad and took my friend, one of the things he used for his gimmick, and he put it on a grave site, and he peed on it, one of his promos. And that was the end. I've never spoken to any of them since then. I refuse to.
I mean, so
that's where you cross the line with me, bro. That dude's dead, and you just pissed on his grave, dude.
I need to tread lightly here, and this is what I pose to both you guys. If any of you guys were to pass away, would you want to only be respected, or would you mind if a promo artist used your name in a way that gives you a little bit of attention, but in a negative light?
If you're talking about the brain, and I'll be this way, dead or alive, my family will tell you the same thing. You come on a promo of the brain, My character, say whatever the hell you want, bro. You're not gonna make me mad. Just don't include my family. Unless you're talking about Miss Pinky as her character. That's my daughter. Miss Pinky.
Oh, there is a Pinky. Oh, I didn't know there was a Pinky.
Yes, Miss Pinky in Smoky Mountain Wrestling for a little while. She's concentrating on her school right now. She's a senior. But she was my manager for a while. She was on screen with me. She can promo, bro. I hope one day she decides to take over for what I
Apple
do.
doesn't fall far from the tree, Brain. I mean, I would I got you at
promo.
least in the top half echelon. I think that's a fair assessment. You're clearly better than half the people.
Because of my health, I come in and out so much. It's hard to say. But I'm not afraid of a challenge, man. I come in and I challenge the best. That's why I'm throwing this challenge at the dog. Everybody's, ooh, the dog. Let's go, dog. Here I am. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? If I lose, I lose. I walk away and go to the next person. You know
I mean, I'm not a fan of scat. The peeing, but I honestly, if your friend EFED, your friend that passed away did EFED, you said, right?
He did. He was very good.
You can allude to it, but there's a way to tread lightly, and some people don't understand the nuance that you need to do that. And King is one of them, unfortunately. That's why
he's gone. And if you want to say something about his character, again, that's different.
Mm-hmm.
But dude, he was literally pissing on his grave, dude. That's real. You know what I'm saying? I don't.
And did he even have heat with this guy, or was that just to try to like be a dick to you?
He was losing. I don't care if this gets back to him. I don't care what he says about me. He knows that. I really don't care.
Oh, King has his birds everywhere.
He was losing the promo battle against me, and that was the way he had to get. That's the way everybody. The shock and awe of it. Probably one hit. And then when I left, it was, oh yeah, I'm just too good. I made Brain leave. I can imagine when he said
that. The narrative control when you're an owner.
I blocked all of them.
That
I
I know.
No idea what
that
said,
I know.
I could care less.
All right, so we got to talk about the King and the dog before we move on to those subjects. The taboo. Anything that's taboo on that, or are you good? What do you think about the dog? I think the dog is a fair underhand pitch to you.
What dog are we talking about?
The Mr. Rex, the guy that's in Revolt. The dog. The dog.
I've been out of Revolt for a little bit, so I don't know.
No, so that's a good thing. So that's an interesting. So a lot of people come into this gimmick, into this game, saying they're the king, the devil, the dog. They have the last name Black for some reason, and they just fall into the mix. So the fact that you have to say that. I'm a fan of the dog, though. He's a big character in Revolt.
I love the dog, too. I hope the dog, if he sees this, knows that I do respect him. That's why I challenged him.
I would love to see that match. I'm a big fan of the dog, too. But Taboo, since you didn't swing at that pitch, I'm going to do an even slower softball underhand.
Well, I want to say something. If somebody comes at me and I'm dead, why? Say it to my fucking face. If you don't like me, say it to my fucking face. Why you got to go ahead and, oh, he's dead now. I can say whatever I want to say. Because you're a coward.
I do like that point. I hope if I pass away, I get too excited and the ticker goes, or who knows, a fucking magical mythical alien comes down and snatches me and I disappear. I hope I at least get a couple shows of remembrance. I would think I've given enough content. I would hope a couple shows would do a gym remembrance. But Taboo, I do throw it back to you, and a lot of people do. I agree with what you say. It's like when you get kicked out of a chat and people like, oh, now that this person can't see me, now I'll talk shit.
Oh, there's a lot of that.
There's
a lot of that, EFED, brother.
That's the game. That's the game. It is what it is. Taboo, who's the name you'd like to throw out? Either you talk about or throw it to us and hear me and the Brain's idea of it.
Okay, I'm going to say this name. There's a couple names. Now, I know everybody, there's a lot of people he's hated in the EFED world. And that's the Burn Man. I found somebody who's a lot worse than that guy. And Mike Stern from Great Britain. That guy is a human piece of shit. He tried to run his mouth on me when it was just this year when Jimmy G here, he invited me to go to the World Cup. And that's how I met that guy. He would not shut up, kept on calling me kid. I'm a 55-year-old man, and he didn't know what to say. And he wanted to say, you're playing with toys. I I have a toy room I'm in right now.
I mean,
I'm in my own house. He's in grandma's basement.
So, I mean, are you familiar with Mike Stern? I don't think you are, Brain. I don't think you traveled the lands where.
No, but you're a toy collector. You're a collector.
Oh, that's where you're in right now.
All right, Taboo. I'm giving you 2
Hey,
minutes. What do you got to
hey,
show the man?
talk-
What do you got to
talk
show the
about
man?
me.
2 minutes.
I'm a He-Man collector. I collect He-Man toys, man. Don't come at me. I don't care. Bring it. Say I'm a He-Man collector. I don't care.
Oh,
Just grab something. He's gonna show. He's gonna do a little show and tell for you.
All right, here we go.
I've seen this room. This room's impressive. I mean, I spend my money on stupid stuff too, so I'm never. Ooh, what's that?
hold on, there.
Well, that's Ripple.
Original Hulk
That looks
Hogan
like-
black card,
Oh, there you go. Original Hulk.
1989.
Right.
$2,000 sitting right here.
What?
Yep.
$2,000 sitting right here.
Oh yeah.
Woo-hoo.
You're a serious collector.
Oh, he's serious.
Oh, yeah.
He's done the thing.
This
He's
is
showing
brand,
us
this
that,
is brand new.
I
Look
want to
at
buy
that.
that. I might go buy that.
Brand new Dusty Rhodes. Right now the market's crashed because everybody's buying them.
Oh, I was a little late on those.
I want to comment on that last comment when we're able to.
Oh, you're good. What's up? What do you got?
Okay.
Man?
Sean said foreign companies own companies here. Yes, I do agree with that. But even New Japan has a company here, but they're still their main company is in New Japan. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If this company folds in America, the whole company doesn't fold.
If
You know what I'm
Saudi
saying?
Arabia bought like TKO and whatever, I don't think they would make the wrestlers go to Saudi Arabia though. I wouldn't think that would be the case.
I just don't think it'll be the same, bro. I hope it don't happen. That's
So-
all I'm gonna say about it.
So to go back to Mike Stern, we're gonna move on. Brain doesn't know about Mike Stern. I mean, he definitely made you feel a certain way.
Okay.
He kept trying to pull my strings, and he was, and I dealt with kids. I have kids of my own, and he's just a child trying to pull my strings, so I know how to handle him. He didn't bug me.
I would like to see. I don't know who got Moore's goat there. I'm not saying I don't know who won. I would like to see that revisited. But Mike Stern, he was supposed to, he jumped ship from the wasteland, went to another league, and karma's real, and something happened to him. I don't know what, but karma is real. Do you want to throw another name out, or Brain? Is there a name that's on the back of your tongue that you, or the tip of your tongue, I guess?
The only person I hate, I already mentioned. So
I don't know. So if you say hate, Austin Wilde is the only person I don't think I would go and grab a beer with if you guys knew that name. Everybody else, even LJ and King, I would be like, I
like Austin Wilde's new gimmick. I think
I love his promo. Oh, as promos, I love him.
His new gimmick is really good. I like him the way he does his new gimmick. Yeah, there's sometimes when he's gotten on my nerves, and he left a couple of companies that I was helping out, that I was general managing and stuff like that, because he thought he won. And I was like, dude, you're in a storytelling place. This isn't, he was so used to being in where they judged you and gave you numbers, that when he came to a storytelling place where it was just story told, and really the winner was picked before you guys even promoted, and he didn't realize that, like real wrestling, he didn't realize that. And once he found out, he didn't like it, and he left and had a bunch of choice words.
There's so many different.
Some people, it's their cup of tea. Some people, it's not.
There's so many different ways to respond to what you just brought up, but like, I always find it crazy that people, if they lose, they don't think they're like, oh, my character's dead now. When you lose, that should give you a whole new facet of how to explore your character. Nobody cares if you win every match.
Loses. Somebody always cheats, man. I mean, come on. It's the brain. They always cheat. They got their leg on the ropes. They've paid the ref. They've slipped money to the GM. The brain never loses.
And there's your promo. That's your rebuttal after you lose.
Exactly.
and people don't get that, unfortunately. But
I want to ask you a question, Brain.
What's that?
So let's say you had a match, right?
Right.
And we had a match. I lost. Really? Now, you know what I would do? I would go ahead, and it all depends how you beat me. Say you beat me down with not choke out. I ain't gonna smile. You beat me down with a pair of brass knucks.
Okay.
So I've done it before. I would go ahead and get some blood paint, and then I would be washing it off in my video. Like, he got me. He cheated, but he got me. He won. Congratulations, Brain.
You're continuing the
show me
story.
watch the blood off.
That's what promoing's all about, man. You're
Yeah,
continuing
the story. Continue the
Win
story.
or lose, continue the story, man. There's a lot of times where the promo artists that have the best rivalries are the ones that win or lose can keep telling the story. No matter what, no matter how. And I'm telling you, I can't think of two off the top of my head, but there's many. But I'm just saying, if you have two promo artists who know the game and know how the game's played and aren't, whiny little children, they can go back and forth. Dude, you can make one match last a couple of years if you know what you're doing. They don't even have to fight every single week or every month, however often the card comes out for the company they're at. But they can put little tidbits in their promos. Like, you could be talking about wrestler A, but then right at the end put, you know what, just like you cheated me, he'll probably cheat me too. Just by mentioning him, you keep that rivalry going. And the people who know how to play the game know how to do that. Okay, it ain't all about, like you were saying, just screaming at the camera and being. That's why I want to challenge the dog, because right now, and I've seen some promos now where he wasn't screaming at the camera. So now I'm kind of eating crow. But at the point that I saw the dog, every promo was rah, 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 right up in the camera. And I'm like, dude, take a Prozac. That was going to be an opening line for one of my promos. Here's a Prozac, dude. Do something. Slow down, But then I saw him do some promos here recently in that tag team match that he's in, that he was kind of laid back and promoing and not rah, 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 up in the camera. So I was like, okay, now I might have to change the way I'm approaching him, but I'm still going to keep challenging him until he takes my challenge. But you know what I'm saying? If you got two people, and Jimmy just came back, if you got two people who know what they're doing and they're not sissy crybabies, they can continue a feud for a year.
Yes, they can.
Look at Bojack and the dog. They just had a match, and on air they were about to do a draw or a poll, and polls are not legit because people vote that don't even watch the match.
Right.
Bomber, after the match, and this is why I love this game, was like, you know what? If it's in question, I'm going to go out there, I'm going to handshake Rex and give him the win. He did that in the comments before the show was over. And a lot of people thought that was legit. A lot of people thought they had hatred, and they had a promo match and shook hands after it. Hello?
I don't know. I don't think I'd ever shake hands in character with another promo artist.
Hey, that's the
that
brain.
Would never happen. The brain would never do that.
And that's what I look.
Oh, sorry. What if it's like, hey, brain, I know we don't like each other, but I need your help. I am going against a guy that don't like you and he don't like me. Let's get him together.
What? We all love being on air.
Okay. See, there's a difference there, because the brain might go, the brain ain't going to shake your hand. The brain will go, okay, let's discuss payment off screen and I'll come and help you. And then when the match is over, I'm going to beat the hell out of you. I'm not going to say that out loud, but that's what's going to happen during the match. If somebody knows the brain enough, they'll know I'm not just going to help you to help.
We're all playing a board game. So that's what I love. I love when people are not saying, when you say you're in character, out of character, I feel that's like you roll your dice and move your piece and you try to take it back. I don't ever want to hear anybody say out of character. I hate when people
tell people that sometimes, man, because they think that, and I tell people, I love being the brain because the brain is 100% what Scott Larson is not. Scott Larson is not mean. Scott Larson is the nicest guy you'll ever meet. Ooh. I'll shake everyone's hand. I'm everybody's friend. I trust too many people. I've been told that by my wife. I trust the brain trusts no one. The brain hates everyone.
And that could be commendable.
Never loses.
So there's two things. I mean, Donnie, I don't know if you had any more to talk about this, but I'm gonna move over to a new subject. As much as it would be very hilarious to ask you guys, who are those people that really think that they are their character? Who are the people where they portray a character, yet who they really are is so vastly different than the character they portray? Brain, as the guest of me and him, who would you say fits that bill?
there's only a few people that I really know outside of EFEDs. And there's one guy that I love his promoing. One thing, if you can out-talk this dude, I'll give you $1,000, hands down, if you can out-talk him. And that is Alistair. I keep wanting to say Alistair. Mr. Black from VPW.
Dante Black?
Dante Black. Thank you. I don't know why my mind blanked out on Dante, but I love watching Dante promo, and he is not the same outside of his promos. If you get to know the guy is a real sweet guy. He'll talk to you. He every time, at least that's when I deal with him. We've had many conversations. Never had a problem, dude. My health, if I'm in a match and my health rears up and I can't finish the match and I get a hold of him, I couldn't tell you how many people, oh man, it's just 5 minutes. You could, bro, I'm sick. I'm in the hospital. How am I going to do a 5-minute promo, man? They're sticking needles in me. I got an IV in me. How am I going to put that in a storyline? Every time I've ever called Dante and said, hey, Dante, I can't finish up, man. What can I do? Don't worry about it, brother. We got you set. And he talks it out.
So I think what you're saying is he's a good dude. Yeah. I don't think Taboo, you're not familiar with him, right?
No.
Dante Black?
No. So 2024, that guy had probably one of the best 2024. So as I started leaving, I was brought into the business by SWN. I started going to other leagues. When I went to those leagues, there's Dante as the world champion in every league I went. That guy had one of the most amazing years.
He can talk. He can talk, brother.
But now Taboo, this is what I asked you who's different. Dante Black cuts a good guy promo. He's not a dick in his promo. So it's kind of weird that you think that he's different. I don't think he's that different from his promo. He doesn't talk that much.
I do think he's different because when he plays a bad guy, oh my goodness.
Maybe I haven't seen it then.
He can fire. It just depends on what's going on.
He's a good guy. Man. Me and him, we're a little bit of a rocky road right now. He did say some things that are on air that weren't true, but as a promo artist, I'm a big fan of him. I don't know what happened to him. His phone probably died because you guys are using your phones. So I don't know why.
Yeah.
Dante Black. So, and this is something I told Matt T, and a lot of these guys did run with it. It's very easy to cut here.
I apologize. I'm going to skin a cat here in a few minutes. But
your kitty cat! Your kitty cat fucked your shit up? Dude, there's so many times I'm cutting a promo. My cat could give two shits about me. The moment I have my phone and I'm recording, my cat starts going through my legs. If there's something to jump on, he fucking goes and not. That's kitty cats for you. I was streaming some of my old Revolt shows and my cat was watching the whole time. Cats are weird. If you look at old school hieroglyphics, cats were our gods. There's a chance that cats are the people that are like in the Matrix.
This little, I got two of them. I've got an 8-year-old cat and I've got one that just turned 1. And the 1-year-old, they're both males. They're both neutered. And the 1-year-old male thinks he owns everything in this house, man. He jumps up on my speaker monitors here. And I mean, he is balanced enough. He literally can walk my speaker things, my monitor.
A cat is definitely my spirit animal.
And I love my cats to death. But yeah, I'm gonna have to when I do my promos and all that. I do them on my porch most of the time. If I do them at my kitchen table, I bring both of my cats in my room.
So if you're watching VPW, I did see that they started advertising, and this is something me and the artist known as Reverend Crow or Trucker Phil, Kitty Mania. Kitty Mania was something that me and him discussed, and I am looking to do that. It'd be nice to do it with the VPW. VPW is not the biggest fan of me. Who the fuck is Kevin? And how the hell did you get the link? There's no way that's Kevin. There's no way that's Kevin.
VP, not to cut you off, Butter, but VPW is one of my homes.
Marking out. I'm sorry.
There are 3 places, and Revolt's becoming one of them. Okay, Revolt's becoming one of them really fast. But there are 3 places that I call home, and that is Smoky Mountain Wrestling, always will. Defiant Championship Wrestling, really small company. You guys might not have even heard of them. But
Defiance?
Defiant Championship Wrestling.
Oh, Defiant. Different than Defiance with Bomber.
Not Defiance. Defiant Championship
Wrestling. There's no way. What the hell?
And then VPW. VPW is my other one. I I'm trying to get back into VPW, to get back into the storylines at VPW and all that right now.
I mean, VPW. So I could get a little bit of heat. Vita and Dante. It sucks that they let other people get in their head and paint me as the bad guy. It happens.
Right.
They did say some things on air that aren't true. I was very excited to take that Ivan Race championship and run to the top of the mountain with it, but once VPW shows on, sometimes they miss their deadlines. As a show, I do like their format. I do think, and they have a lot of good competition there. So I hope you do get back within their walls.
They do. That's the one reason why I like being there. It really makes you step up your game, man. Mm-hmm. I'm not too big on. I used to be, but not anymore since I've gotten sick. My green screen's right here inside of this closet right here. I can pull it out at any time and do it. But I'm big on just using nature, man. Right now, the brain is all about being a country boy, being a good guy.
Great. I'm not going to get too into it. You're the first person to do a promo and be like, all right, so I'm this guy. I'm moving around. I'm going to have somebody video. I just broke so much shit in my house because of that. I want you to know that.
I do that. I do. Hey, I was doing a promo. Speaking of VPW, brother, I was doing a promo out on my front porch. And I mean, I was like into the camera, right? We have train tracks that are about 300 feet from our house. And a train just happened to start coming down the tracks as I'm in the, and I turned and I started cussing out the train in the middle of the promo. Come back. I started promoing again. The dog across the road started barking. I turned around, started yelling at him right in the middle of the promo and turned around and finished the promo. They thought it was the funniest thing. I won just because they laughed and fell over.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Dude, use your stuff, man. Use your home.
We're not being pro wrestlers. What we're trying to do is we're trying to be entertaining.
Yes.
And I want to bring something up. I want to know what's too far. Like, if you guys ever dealt with this before. So just
I have my answer.
A couple weeks ago, I had to deal with this. So I won't mention where I'm at. So my boss, he gives me this part. Okay. All right, Grain. The boss gives me this part. And it's a gay part. And he said I turned it gay. He put me in this gay bar and all this. And so I did the act. I did the whole thing. And everybody was questioning me, which I didn't care anyways. I'm not gay. I'm happily married to a woman. And then another person, like BoJack Grizz, he had to do a satanic part. So, and I refuse to do that. I would not do that part, never in my life. So is there a part that
there are matches in wrestling. Okay, here's where my old school is going to kick in. I don't mind doing the promos. Like me and this guy right over here was in a Blokaverse promo.
Yeah, so was I.
With the lanterns.
Okay,
I had the same idea. I had the same idea he did. I'll put it. I don't know who thought of it first, so I can't tell. But he put his promo out first, so I'll give him the credit. But we both had the idea. I had to run and get batteries for ours because I didn't have batteries in mine. That's probably how he beat me. But he come out with the lantern and the Bray Wyatt vibe. Kind of, I don't know if that's what he was going for or not, but
it's 100%. I love it because as a heel, it gives people extra heat to say you are being Bray Wyatt.
The Bray Wyatt vibe. I came out with a couple of little hand lanterns that I had to go get batteries for, and we did. That's cool. I don't mind strange things like that, but if you're gonna get into, like you said, if somebody tells me I have to be Satan, then that's going against my values. I'd have a problem with that.
Like write 666 on your head and cross.
But again, if you have a problem like that, and they'll tell you, most company owners and GMs will tell you, if you have a problem with something that's going on, call us right away. And if you would have called that owner or GM and said, "Hey, I have a problem with that, switch me in a match or switch the name, the kind of match," they probably would have worked with you.
So, Brain, so if you're so against satanic, you now have that already built in because if your character, it's you, definitely you, if you just said that, how to rebuttal. I don't believe in this. I believe in the rights. So would you promo against it, or you just don't even want to be involved with it?
If I go up against, I would never use Satan and God in a promo, either one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I would call you evil or whatever, but that's as far as it would go.
You would do the match.
Yes, I would. If they told me to do a satanic match, I wouldn't. If they told me I had to put 666 up here, that would have been a no. Like him, I would have been no. That's a no. I will do the match, but that's a no. You know,
so
I'm not, and trust me when I say this, I'm Christian. I believe in Jesus, but I'm not a every Wednesday and Sunday Bible thumping Christian. I believe, but you know, there's just a point where it's too much. It's too much outside of the realm of wrestling, because it should all circle around wrestling.
But I don't think you have an out. So even though you won't promo a certain way, you're not saying no to it.
No, I will do it in a different way.
You wouldn't. Yes, you would still react to it
in a different way.
What I think is a no-go, and it looks like Taboo still left that door open. I'm about to bring somebody on air. Before I get to it, what do I think is off limits? I think a lot of us don't have a gimmick Facebook profile. So if we have our real Facebook, nobody should go to our Facebook and use that. Because for me, I don't care. I'll go with it. It sets a bad example for new people. That means we recruit from Facebook. So if we show that where your Facebook is fair game, that's bad juju. As a white man, I don't want to hear the fucking N-word.
Right.
If somebody that's not my complexion wants to use it, cool. At the same time, I don't think sexuality or identification should be allowed for that. Those are two things I would like to not see. Beyond that, if somebody has a gimmick profile.
Now, when you say sexuality, if I'm facing a female, I'm gonna call her a female. I'm gonna say she's a woman. I'm gonna say
if she's choosing to do this, if you say I am going to punch you in the face and put you back in the kitchen, fucking Charlotte Flair, whatever they're really Bailey.
Okay. There's a difference between I'm gonna punch you in the face, because we're supposed to be in a wrestling match.
If your character's a dick, you can tell them to go in the kitchen.
But go back in the kitchen. Go be, go do my bidding. I had somebody that thought I had said that in one of my promos and said that, and I had to backtrack her.
Because it's something that people think they can cancel you.
I don't ever say that in a promo.
But all right, he's already coming through Gorilla. I'm sorry. Oh my God, Don Taboo. I thought this guy was Taboo.
Ladies
What
and
the
gentlemen? Hey Jimmy. Give me the goddamn mic here, this son of a bitch, because I need full camera right goddamn now.
What? All right, I'm gonna. You're a terrorist. That is very terroristic threats. I'm gonna let this slide, but I will remove you. Before you start, Revolt people that are on my paybook are off limits. Same with management. Revolt roster is safe from anything you say.
All right. Well, I'd just like to say this right now. Grant Miller, I would choke slam the fuck out of your ass any goddamn day there is.
Okay.
Now, great Taboo.
Right.
I heard you talking about you had to be gay in CWF. Well, guess what, Taboo? I've seen you on all fours in the wasteland, blowing any English man you could goddamn find, you son of a bitch.
You got me there. I'll just try to be nice to him.
The Birdman might be thinking about joining Revolt, but a press conference has to happen. My demands need to be met this time around, because guess what, Matt T? Guess who's giving the Birdman a goddamn platform now? So you want to silence the Birdman? You want to regulate the Birdman? Hey, why don't you just bury my coffin? Hey, LJ and King, I'll smack the fuck out of your ass any goddamn day, you son of a bitch.
All right, I was taking a Peasky. All right, that was the Birdman. All right, Birdman was here and gone. Wow. So, all right, if we're
Why now? Why
we're
now?
the name recognition. Taboo, what do you got to say? about the
Birdman, we
Birdman.
agree on your very last comment.
No good.
It was nice to see him again. So when we did the World Cup, I told Phil Marshall, "Congratulations, you won."
Right.
Blah blah blah. I was nice to him.
Right.
He's one
Now
of the
Mike
best
Stern,
people to
no,
do
I
it.
was not. Mike Stern's a piece of shit, and I told him he was a piece of shit.
Oh, he plays the game kind of like a jerk off. He's one of those guys that doesn't have a hey, that's off limits. I'm big on that. A lot of people. I mean, you guys hear it. You guys EFED, right? How many people fucking hate me? Hate me.
I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna make a lot of people mad when I say it. And I'm not trying to be controversial. I'm just being me. This is me, Scott Larson, saying this. I hate that tournament. I hate that tournament like no other thing, because all it is to me is a popularity contest. It has nothing to do with the promoing. It's all a popularity contest. And anybody who says otherwise, I will. It don't take too long to disprove it.
I felt the same way.
Now, I'm not going to get into I did a promo better than this guy and this guy didn't do this. I'm not going to get into that because I didn't watch any of it.
Brain, this is why people don't like me. I am very good at deducing the words that you just said. So you just said that's a popularity contest. Yes. The only judge, from what our knowledge is the unfiltered. You think unfiltered is judging that in a friendly, unbiased, or whatever type of manner, where he's putting his friends over.
I just don't like it where you have 50 companies getting together and you're going to have 50 companies saying crap about 50 companies. Absolutely. And that's what it comes down to. And that's what it comes down to when, you know, and we're all part of more than one company. I don't think there's a promo artist out there who is just legit one company and stayed with one company forever. I don't think, if there are, they are few and very far between.
Agreed.
That number is like 0.000000001. Okay. So why would you go on, no matter if you had beef with the company way back when or just yesterday or whatever, come on and start talking about the guy you're going against. And then halfway through, you convert from talking about that guy and his character or that girl, not going to discriminate, and go to bashing their company. Why? When that company might have CWF, like I just said, if it weren't for CWF, the brain would have never existed. I admittedly say that. Do I like CWF? No. Am I going to come on and bash CWF? No. I'm going to bash the owner personally because of what he did to me. But, you know, if you want to go to CWF and go promo, if that's your thing, go. You know what I'm saying? But don't, to me, it's just one big bash fest. And another thing I'm going to say that's probably going to piss a lot of people off. I say one cuss word every once in a blue moon and that's ass. I'll kick your ass. That's about the only thing that you ever hear as far as a cuss word out of the brain's mouth. I don't like, and I just don't. And if I'm ever, and people don't like me being judges sometimes of their shows, because if you come on and it's all fuck this, fuck that, fuck you, fuck this, fuck that, son of a bitch, goddamn, you just did it. That's not a promo to me, dude. I can do that all day long without even thinking. Okay? There's no thought behind that whatsoever. Okay? Come on and tell a story. Go at the guy or the girl, but tell a story while you're doing it. Anybody can cuss for 5 minutes.
Or save your one cuss word for the right moment.
Or, yeah, if you're going to cuss, if you're going to say the F word, the A word, whatever words you're going to use, like I said, save it for, like, again, I'm not perfect at it, but I save mine for the part where, you know, it gets to where I'm going to get up in the camera in your face, and I'll say, I'm going to kick your ass. And it's usually right before my ending.
Oh, and Brain, if you're trying to highlight, I'm going to kick your fucking ass. Right. There's a way right there. Yeah, that made it a little bit more. Now, that's not everyone's cup of tea, but
so do you two think
every other word that turns me off real quick?
Exactly. Do you two think that a lot of people cuss because they struggle with doing a clean promo? They can't do it?
On top of swears, you get a lot of pause jokes. I get the occasional All right,
If you
talk
do
about
that
your
all the
wiener,
time,
talk about
Donnie,
your
I
balls.
say yes. If you do that most of the time, if most of the time you come on and 50% of your words are cuss words, yes, you are trying to make up for the lack of not being able to speak. You can't speak.
I love this
I mean,
guy. You're fantastic, dude. I think you're my favorite brain. There's another brain out there right now.
There's another brain. I still want to sign that match.
And he's chicken. He ran off when I came to challenge him. Yes, I'm talking to you wherever you are, you fictitious brain. Come see me at Revolt.
Oh, yo, flip that. Yo, brain.
Cage match with you.
Cage match. Yo, Taboo, flip that. Oh, man. What? Yeah, I'll try to make it happen. I'll do my best. You don't have the briefcase. So in Revolt, I have the Pulp Fiction briefcase. Right now, the dog has it. If you win the briefcase, it's pretty much any match in EFED wrestling, I will do to the best of my abilities, up to like $500 if I gotta pay somebody. But
Jimmy, I don't think it's gonna happen.
Dog, now you're preventing me from going and beating the ass of the fake brain. Dog, get your butt on the screen. Get your butt through that tag team match and face the brain one-on-one so I can take and bring that briefcase home where it belongs, and then I can go after this fake brain.
He better catch it. I mean, in wrestling, you can challenge him for that briefcase. That is allowed. I will make sure on the show this Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern time, I will let the audience know that the brain is knocking at the door.
What? Jimmy, you ain't gonna prevent me from doing a promo and saying that on my own. Ooh. I'm about to get off this show in about 20 minutes, and I'm gonna say it face to face.
Hey, the page is whatever you want to post is free game. I am not that's what revolt. I revolt against the system. Unless Zuckerberg doesn't like what you say, hey, man, what you post is good.
All I'm going to do is challenge him for his briefcase if he's man enough to put it up against me so I can beat him, win the briefcase, and go after the fake brain. And that'll give the brain.
I can sign that match. I can get that. Me and Taboo, we can talk the brain. I don't even think you need a briefcase to sign that. But
I don't think he'll do it, Jimmy. He was last time the fake brain was
Rockstar pinned him clean. In the middle of the ring. Like every judge said that Rockstar beat him. So
are we talking about the brain that me?
Yeah, not that brain, not a different brain, not a dog spot, but my spot, but my spot. There, Kurt Hennig. Oh, sorry. You guys don't know what I'm talking about.
No, I don't.
You don't remember when the Four Horsemen were parodied by NWO?
I remember that. I hated it.
Not dog spot, but my spot.
You got to go watch it. Oh my god!
I was kind of mad about it, but
that was pretty good when they slammed the fucking cage in Ric Flair's head.
Okay, liver spot. Yeah.
Okay, somebody
average carpentry skills.
Somebody over here in the chat said no Goldust character. Can you show that on the screen, Mr. GM?
Yeah, I missed that. I was a little late on that. I'm very good at the Goldust. I'm so good at getting
I dispute that, Mr. Loco. If you're Mrs., I apologize, but I'm going to say Mr.
That's Loco. No, that's the Revolt World Champion. That's Revolt World Champion talking.
Okay, Revolt World Champion. Oh, that's Loco. That's
Loco.
Oh, okay, Mr. Loco. I love it when a man can play a woman or a woman can play a man. I'm not talking about transvestite. I'm talking about when a man can play a woman or a woman can play a man and they play it. Like back in the 80s, we used to have one. His name was Adrian Street, and he was one of the best wrestlers ever.
I never watched him. People say that I give them Adrian, but you haven't seen Jimmy Jam's.
Sometimes when you get the little gay vibe, yeah, you give off some Adrian Street stuff.
What? Me like that? I don't know what you're talking about there, Brain. I'm watching you, Brain. I'm watching you real hard.
If you could play the part right, there was nothing wrong with Goldust, man. I love Goldust's character. A lot of people just didn't think that, it was, exactly. It was that part, and it was the finishing move being where he set the legs up and he kicked them between the legs. I think, dude, if it wasn't for Goldust, he would have been out of wrestling He'd have been out of wrestling, period.
He would have.
Goldust saved his career.
He would have had to go
Dustin
overseas
Rhodes-
to wrestle.
Because they didn't tell him, I guarantee you, they didn't tell him, you know, this is exactly what we want Goldust to be. They just said, go out there and act weird and eccentric and just make them blush. And he went out and did. I did that type of crap a few weeks ago in a promo. There you go, man. Vacant veil. That's right.
So a lot of
Yes,
people
he did.
But let's not forget about Goldust. The big factor is he had Marlena. I don't know how old you guys were.
Oh,
Holy
the
fuck,
big
was Marlena
cigar.
hot.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So you knew he was getting it in. So he did. You knew that he wasn't about taking a dude home and putting it in. He had Marlena.
And his dad, the big thing back then when he first started was everybody was like, "Oh, his dad hated
I
the
didn't
character."
know Dusty. So I came into pro wrestling in
didn't
1990.
understand the character until his son explained it, and after that, Dusty loved the character.
And I don't know when they acknowledged that on air. So for me, when I
They
watched
never did. They never did.
So I don't know where, like I heard of Gorilla Monsoon. I knew Doink the Clown. I think it was 1995. I caught Raw where Shawn Michaels got kicked in the back of the head and had a concussion.
Yeah.
And he wasn't allowed. Royal Rumble 96 was my first pay-per-view I ever rented. So I didn't know Mick Foley. I didn't know Stone Cold competed in WCW. I thought they were new guys.
Oh, yeah.
I came in
You
almost
didn't know
with everything
Stunning
reset.
Steve at all?
I know. I didn't. Stone Cold had long blonde hair. A lot of people don't know that he was Dolph Ziggler at one point.
Stunning
Stone
Steve,
Cold
yeah.
was Dolph
Brain.
Ziggler, where he was a really good worker. Austin sold his ass off in WCW.
Brain.
How crazy! He was Dolph Ziggler. How crazy is that?
Do you remember 1991 GWF?
No. What? Who?
I remember when they were trying to take over WWE. That they were the first company that
GWF,
was-
Global Wrestling Federation.
Yeah.
And then that's where I first saw Stunning Steve Austin. That's
Yeah.
where I first saw Cactus Jack.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I watched back in the 80s, my favorite, and I will never, ever, ever be ashamed of this. I watched Continental Championship Wrestling.
Who?
I've got every one of the DVDs right here under my bed in a little drawer. I still pull them out every once in a while, man.
Who was there?
Oh my gosh, dude. Adrian Street was there. The Wild-Eyed Southern Boys were there. My favorite tag team of all time, the Nightmares, were there. Who? Did you just say who?
Who?
I remember him.
Danny Davis and Kenny Wayne. One of the
Oh,
my
Kenny
God.
Wayne. Why do you say so? My bad.
Oh my gosh. You are going to have to go on YouTube when you get off here, put in Continental Championship Wrestling. It's all through there. And watch one of the it's going to be grainy, it's going to be old because they got it off the old, TVs and all that, but trust me, dude, that was back when
Will I
wrestling
catch a
was
Brian
fun to
Blair?
watch.
Will I catch a Brian Blair promo? Fucking stealing all the coke from Iron Sheik. Hapooey. Sorry.
Some of the brain comes from Gordon Soley, the guy who announced
I
that
haven't
show.
watched a lot of Gordon Soley much, and
Gordon
Yeah, I
Soley
remember him. He
announced
was good.
that show. So Gordon Soley was the announcer during the whole time Continental Championship Wrestling.
JR's
was there.
idol, man. JR puts him over. That's why I know him.
Oh man, Gordon Soley. The only thing that was bad about Gordon Soley, God rest his soul, I love him. He's my favorite announcer of all time. Was that man couldn't stay sober to save his life?
He was a little bit of a
that's
drinker.
sad.
He was a little bit of a drinker.
even on air. But boy, you talking? He was one of the best though. You couldn't. I'll put him up against JR any day of the week. Both of them are right there.
I don't know. So if you guys had to say, I don't know how many matches you've called. If you had to assimilate, who are you most like that's an announcer, not a pro wrestler? Anyone that's announced. So Mr. Perfect,
Oh my God,
he's announced, or CM Punk. You could say those. If you had to say you're most like an announcer, what announcer would you say you're like?
You want to know? Do you want
Yeah,
to see?
absolutely.
Do you want to see?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, show an example.
When we get off of here, go to Global Impact Wrestling TV on YouTube. That's my Y2K, and I'm announcing on there. And you will immediately, 10 minutes into the show, once I start announcing, you will go, oh my God, he's acting like Joey Styles.
Oh, are you a one-man crew at that time, or do you have a partner?
I can't believe that's What's happening? Let's go! Oh, look at that! Look at that! He's
Excited.
Super
excited.
Get him!
All right,
That's
I like
my
that.
announce
I'm a
style.
little Joey Styles-ish. I got a little
That's
bit.
my announce style, bro.
Who Morello or Ronaldo? Now Morello usually works with somebody, but Morello's somewhat similar to it. Who do you think, Taboo? If you had to say your commentary style, I got you as like a Larry Sabisco a little bit, but who do you think?
I think you nailed it. I thought
What?
more Jim Cornette, but I think Larry Zbyszko.
He reminds me a little bit of Larry Zbyszko or what's the other one that he just came back to WWE?
Not Mike Tenay.
He just came back to WWE after being off the grid. He had a show called Off the Grid. What was his name? He was the governor of Minnesota.
Oh, Jesse Ventura.
You remind me a little bit of Jesse Ventura when you talk too.
A little bit.
Thank you. This is a big compliment.
That's a compliment. That's
I love
a
that guy.
I've seen some Jesse lines.
Jesse.
I've seen some Jesse lines, but
Yeah.
Jesse right now, Jesse the Body Ventura has 2 great calls that went viral. Wait, he just walked through the door of the steel cage? How is he the winner? And then with Ric Flair or John Cena. Wait, if John Cena is the 17-time world champion, that means he lost the title 17 times. I like Jesse. I think
that guy was amazing.
I'm Mike Tenay mixed probably with JR. JR is probably
Which
fast.
one is better? Which one is worse? The 17 times lost or 17 times winning? That's what he was saying.
And that's where we talked about Gunther. Gunther had these almost always has a world title. Gunther has so many insane long reigns. You talk about his Intercontinental at 666. He had the NXT like European title for like I think 1,000 days or something crazy almost.
Everybody likes to hear those Gunther chops, though, man. That's what makes him.
He's a good.
If you can survive a match through Gunther and not come out bruised on the other end,
this is he reminds me of, and it's not even that far in between. He's Alberto Del Rio. Alberto Del Rio is a good promo, a good wrestler, but it's just something didn't connect. He's the foreign menace, and they even put the rocket ship behind both of them. It's just something isn't landing. I don't know what it is. Maybe you have to win every match. It's key moments that they lose that maybe that hurts their character. But
all right, we're talking wrestling. We're asking questions. Let me ask one. Let's go around the table. Let's go around the horn. If you had to pick one, and I mean just one, who is your favorite wrestler in professional wrestling? They could be dead or alive. Doesn't matter.
We got Taboo.
Hulk Hogan.
Okay. There's no wrong answer, so can't look at you and go, "Oh my God, you're crazy." There's no wrong answer.
Hulk
Hogan and Gorgeous George. They're kind of.
Who else is close? Like, so favorite means not like obviously Hogan because you know he's the best.
If you had to be put in a room for the rest of your life and the only matches you could watch is one guy or woman, who would it be?
Hogan.
That's the best way of putting it.
Hogan still.
Hogan, okay.
He's a Hogan guy. But Hogan's like a Michael Jordan. That's not a shocking answer. If you had to say somebody that wasn't the main event, who would be somebody else you'd love to give?
I'm going to tell you mine, and he wasn't main event.
Who's that, Brain?
The man of 1,000 holes, Mr. Dean Malenko.
Amazing. Loved him. He knew it all.
Yep, I love that guy. Him and I know the name is faux pas to say in wrestling, but him and Chris Benoit had some of the greatest matches ever.
WCW, I love that division. WCW was very fun for me to watch. I loved watching it back in the day. That undercard division, that was where wrestling was a sport. It really Yuji Nagata, Perry Saturn, even Glacier with his limited fucking style. Just the way they did those matches, it was like I was watching an NFL football.
That was back when Mr. Disco was still wrestling pretty good.
Disco was awesome.
Disco Inferno. Oh gosh, there was a bunch. I love the NWO era, the first like 6 months of it. when it started branching off into the 12 different NWOs, that's when they lost.
Yeah, it got dumb.
But when it was just the original 4, and then they brought in like a couple more, I was really cool with that. And
Bischoff
was really
weird.
good.
Bischoff was weird. Bischoff was a little.
Bischoff
was. You
Bischoff
could have
was the best, man. Bischoff for what he was doing for the NWO, that was cool. As far
He
as
became Vince
wrestling,
McMahon.
and
That gave Vince McMahon the idea to be like, oh my God, I should be Vince McMahon on air.
Yeah.
Oh, we kicked Taboo out. So here we go. So you asked me who's my favorite. Let me go backwards. I think right now he's still doing it. For my top 5, CM Punk's number 5 right there. I'm a big Punk mark. I like Punk. He's very good at what he did. Even in 1999 when he debuted, and you go watch him first starting, he's cutting all the audience down. CM Punk from start to finish has been amazing.
Okay.
Here, let me add. Where's my? See, he's back.
I hit
There
the
you
wrong
go.
button.
What happened? Did
hit
your
the wrong
phone die?
button.
What happened? What happened?
Hit the- I hit the wrong button.
Why were you getting? Oh, you were getting antsy.
No, I was trying to see if I could turn the camera around, and then it bumped me right off.
Unbelievable. So I just said
he just wanted to show off his toys back there. Look at all
That's
that.
what I was trying to do.
the age. Look at the. I already asked him what that poster was in the back, and he has the WWF logo.
Oh, hold on.
Look at that. Look at that.
I mean, I guess I have a lot of Magic cards that are unopened. I never got collecting
Okay.
action figures and not
You play
opening them,
Magic, bro? We got
Oh.
something else in common.
Oh, I'm a big Magic player, man. I
Okay.
have a pretty extensive
Go.
collection.
Let me do that way. There we go.
Yeah, but look at this guy's WWE.
Oh, I like that. My goodness, man. Okay.
People are talking. Oh shit! I was really slacking on the comments. Stunning Steve Austin Pillman. Yep, that was like what I said. Dolph Ziggler, Heenan. Good. Oh, maybe is he Sam Heenan? Henry something. But Joel Gertner for me. That's who Vacant Veil's like. I'm sorry if you guys are watching. You can still watch over there. Del Rio is a fucker backstage. Vacant Veil, thank you for stopping by. And Easy Randy Savage is Vacant Veil.
Ooh,
Wow, look at that. You have the glass stuff.
I like Randy.
He has it in the glass cases. That's a pretty impressive basement right there.
Right.
Yes.
Showcase room. I have action figures somewhere, but they're all open. Oh man, you have.
So do you
What
have
is that? What's that in
anything-
the posters? That's figures or magazines? Those are up. Go up.
That's
go
the
up.
honeycomb poster. That's the original poster from the 80s.
Posters. Okay.
Wow, look at that.
There's
That's
the
cool.
light blue Ric Flair.
So
That's
do you
like
have any
900 bucks
signed
right there.
do you have any signed autograph gear or anything? I'm just
You
wondering.
know, what's signed?
No. What's
Okay.
signed? Ric
And
Flair.
Did
Oh,
you get the
that's
signature?
that's
You
what I'm
bought it.
talking about.
You
At
bought it
least you got
signed.
the goat.
Huh?
Did you
You got
buy
the
it
goat on
signed?
the
No,
or-
I had it signed.
Oh.
Yeah.
Somebody helped me with that. Now that Hogan, I bought that signed.
Nice. Man,
Those are signed.
got all the you got a bunch of
Masks.
masks and everything. I love it.
These
That's a lot.
these are
of
these are luchadors.
Oh wow, look at that. He's even got lights and everything. Look at that. Wow.
Brain,
Nice.
you got any action? You don't have any like a display of WWE stuff? do
No,
you, Brain?
no, I don't. The only display I have is indie posters on my wall.
If I were to say, hey, I'll get you an action figure, is there a certain action figure you'd want? Anything that comes to mind?
the only person that I'd want an action figure from if I was going to go and buy one, and I love his mic skills not as much as his wrestling, would be The Rock. I'd have
All
to
right.
say.
So why he shows this and the fans at home, they can still look. I'm loving the tour. So you asked me
Blassie, Freddie Blassie. I just painted it.
who-
I
Oh,
paint
yeah.
action figures.
him in 1999 when he did that one promo when I don't know, actually it was 2001 when WCW was trying to take over and he stood up out of his wheelchair. Holy fuck, what a good
Mhm.
promo! I didn't really get to see a lot of Freddie Brassie. Is that Dynamite Kid or Bulldog?
That is British Bulldog. I
That's
painted
pretty-
these.
That's too
No,
big
so
to be
Bray,
Dynamite
so
Kid.
Bray,
That
let me
had-
give you my 1 to 4 and Taboo.
Okay.
By all means, please keep giving your tour.
Keep giving your tour, man. He's going to give us 4-1. Let's go.
So my 1 to 4. So I think if I have to say who's my favorite pro wrestler ever, The Rock just has obviously showed why he's so head and shoulders above everybody. He went to Hollywood. He's the man. And like on top of this, I can say his promos are good. He sells good. A lot
Oh,
of
yeah.
like go watch him back when he first started. He's an amazing seller when he
Oh,
takes moves. Number 2 and 3 always switch. It's Chris Jericho and HBK. Both those guys just really, oh my God, they're so good at wrestling. They're good at promos. A lot of people forget that HBK was a good promo. Number 4 is where I get very controversial. My top 4 pro wrestler of all time. from what I look for when I watch wrestling and being entertained is Vincent K. McMahon. Vincent, he's one of the most amazing characters. He's the more, a lot of people like
his bad guy feud with Stone Cold is one of the best feuds of all time.
It is
all time.
It won the Monday Night War. Bischoff showed, all right, being a character on screen is really good, and McMahon's like, oh wow, I can just be myself on air.
Right. I mean, that there's nothing to be ashamed of to say Vincent McMahon. I mean, he did some bad stuff. We all know, but as far as a wrestling mind, Vincent had a man. He was all about wrestling. That's what made a lot of people mad. Was
Tom Cruise and Christian Bale are a little weird outside of acting, but they're still amazing acters. I can say that they're really good actors without being like, oh well, when they're a real person, they're weird. Now, granted, Chris Benoit, I'm not going to fight for to be in the WWE Hall of Fame. He doesn't deserve a spot in the WWE Hall of Fame. It sucks. It is what it is. There's a lot going on. He could be in other Hall of Fames or whatever, but WWE Hall of Fame, I get it. But that's my take. A match, maybe him and Kurt Angle.
Me and you disagree on that again,
and it's a hot button topic. A lot of people want to.
It is. I say let the wrestling be wrestling and everything outside be outside. As far as wrestling, I think he deserves to be in all the Hall of Fames.
WWE. I mean, there's a belt.
Now you go outside of wrestling, the guy was a piece of crap. End of story.
No, he was a piece of crap. No, and I'll even defend your stance. He was only a piece of crap till the very last 48 hours of his life.
Whatever got a hold of him, and there's all kinds of things that have been said. Nobody really knows except for the guy the coroner who, really knows. But, some people say it was drugs. Some people say it was steroids. Some people say he was just crazy to begin with, blah, blah, blah. The stories are, you're going to have all those stories. I'm just going to put it this way. His in-ring wrestling was superb. It was superb. It was up there. When he was wrestling, the years that he was wrestling before the incident, you could put him up there with Hulk Hogan, Randy Savage, all them guys who were the premier. He was one of the top 10 wrestlers in WWE. There's no doubt.
And on top of that, he has probably one of the greatest WrestleMania moments. I was there when the confetti dropped and Eddie Guerrero came out and they embraced. And with that song playing, which is an amazing song, his entrance song is amazing.
Concussions, I believe that too. It could have been from the concussion. There's a lot of people. Nobody really knows unless it was, you were the coroner and all the medical.
It's a mix.
That you saw.
But what's weird is why did he give the? I mean, if we want to go JFK real quick and go conspiracy tinfoil hat.
Right.
There is a couple weird things that go. Why did he give the wrong address to Chavo Guerrero?
Everybody's got I think it was me personally, and again,
and he was
I don't know if I'm right. I think it was steroids. I think steroids
He told other wrestlers that people were following him. But I mean, let's be honest. I mean, woman knows how to cut a promo. My wife has cut a serious promo on me before.
Right.
She's come home before and like, what'd you do? Did you stare naked in front of the refrigerator and just see what you're going to eat and then listen to Chris Jericho's theme song and walk around the house naked playing with a cat?
While we're on this topic, I want to say something because I'm bringing #truth back right after the beginning of the year. And one of the episodes I've been wanting to have on #truth, and anybody can come on if they're a part of wrestling or what have you. I want to talk about painkillers, and it kind of goes along the same route. Is painkillers bad for wrestling? Is it good? I want to have a serious discussion on #truth, my wrestling podcast, about that. And if anybody wants to, I'll let you know, Jimmy, and everybody else, when I'm going to have that discussion. If you guys want to come on that show and be a part of the panel to discuss that with me, I'd be more than happy to have you on. But, I'm doing this more. My show is all about the indies, so it's not about but we're going to be discussing a lot of the major wrestlers who died from drug overdoses and things like that we know. So, is drugs a big thing in professional wrestling is what we're going to be discussing. And I can't wait to do it. I'll let everybody know the exact day that I'm going to do that. But I got to get, it's like riding a bike. I got to get back in there interviewing independent wrestlers and things like that first. And then we'll go to the talk show, side of everything.
I have a question for you real quick, Brain, and you, Jimmy. So, a couple conspiracy theories I heard. There was a phone number that they couldn't match up to anybody. And there was also a
Wikipedia.
And there was also something else going on too.
Wikipedia posted that he died before he died.
That, and there's also
text message Chavo Guerrero that didn't match the address.
Yep, there was a lot of things, dude.
There was a letter. There's a letter that Kevin Sullivan was supposed to write to his family saying, admitted he did it.
That did happen. That's a lot of tinfoil to wear. On that one. I don't think that exists.
There's a lot of conspiracy.
I mean,
heard about that.
I just ran to take a piss. I'm drinking a lot of alcohol. That's crazy. You talked about painkillers. I would love to give my 2 cents. I am not somebody that likes opiates. I think I've watched people do the hardest of hard opiates where they're just.
Well, I'm not going to lie.
That doesn't look fun.
I'm taking them now. I'm taking them now because of my back. I take hydrocodone because of my back, and I take 2 other pills. I'm not going to say online, but one of them is like it makes the hydrocodone fluctuate higher. But anyway, if it wasn't for that, you see me squirming in my chair for the last 20 minutes. My back is like in a lot of pain right now, so I'm going to be getting off here in a minute.
Your spine's the hugest thing. We got 18 minutes left. I'm not going to go over 2 hours. I was told by a doctor. That's not I guess Dr. Quack is a real doctor, but I'm
only supposed to be doing 30 minutes. But when we're talking wrestling and we're talking things I'm really interested in,
because that's a good drug. That is Tuberculosis Tuesday from Fight Club. We love talking about wrestling.
Right. I could talk about wrestling or promoing all day long, man. I mean, that's what got me in here is when you guys were talking about the promoing and stuff like that. Because my bottom line is, man, I'm going to get off here as soon as I say this. My bottom line for promoing, guys, and if you're watching this or if you watch this later, and if you're thinking about getting in the game or if you're already in the game, man, have fun. Man, don't get so serious about everything. Even when you go into these so-called locker room chats, stop getting so serious about every little thing that's being said. Stop. Who cares, man? Who cares? If you know who you're wrestling, if you're on the card, go out there and promo your butt off. If you got a problem with their character, go out there and promo it. Don't bring it to the place where nobody but 4 people are really paying attention to you. Go out there and promo it, man. Go out there and do what you're here to do. Have fun.
It's because leaving the chat or having somebody kicked is more over than responding. Unfortunately,
I think that's the biggest bull in the world, man. And that's just me personally. And I try to get along with everybody. There's a very few people I don't get along with in the promo world, man, because I don't let a lot of things get to me, man. I do this. It's a game. For me, it's a game. It's just like playing. I'm sorry. When I go into a promo, even if I think I had the best promo ever and I can't wait for people to see it, and I watch every show that I'm a part of, especially if there's judges involved or things like that, I sit there, and you guys have seen me. I put little things on there, and I make sure I'm talking as the Brain because I put my little sunglass emblem and I put my little Brain emblem right after, so it's the Brain talking. Nobody can say, oh, Scott said this. No, that was the Brain. But anyway, just have fun, dude. I don't care what you say about the Brain. Talk about the Brain all day long, man. Say what you got. No missing teeth. My glasses I wear, my backwards Redskins hat, man. I've had so many things. People.
Well, I'm sure all 3 of us, Taboo. I hate to rope you in, but I'm sure we've all been called chubby. We're used to it. I'm sure we were big guys.
I'm okay with it.
By all means, call me fat. I love it when they say you sit down all the time. You're lazy. I got answers for that too.
Yeah, you just showed it, Brain. You just showed it in your last 2 promos. You got up and did more work than anyone I've seen in the history of Revolt.
Bro, that promo you guys were bragging about put me in bed for 2 days. But I did it. But you did it. I told my daughter, I said, she does my camera work. My daughter's awesome at it too, by the way. If you ever watch my promo, she is.
A lot of people don't. don't use whoever they have to help them in the promo.
She went right up into a close-up, and I told her, I said, I'm going to get up out of this chair, and I'm going to walk towards you. I said, I want you to back up. I backed her all the way up to the ledge. She was literally leaning over when I was yelling into the mic at the end of the promo or into the camera. She was literally leaning over our porch rail. And when she clicked off, she was like, Dad, that was the best thing you've ever done, but you hurt my back.
So, Brain, before you leave, one thing I want to get, I don't know if my wife needs to be, so I want to get somebody to be my Mean Gene Okerlund and hold a microphone as I'm sitting over here doing a promo. I can't wait to find the right time to that promo.
It's more fun when you have somebody that will move around, so you can move around as a promo guy. Mm-hmm. Because even if you just move around your house a little bit, you can make your house. The first thing that comes out of my mouth in 90% of my promos is, hey, I'm here in my home in South Kakalaki, and I'm here in my bedroom, or I'm here on my front porch, or I'm here. Dude, make your surroundings part of your character, man.
Mm-hmm. Use it.
That way, if something does happen, I've had my wife walk in during a promo, and I go right in. What are you doing here?
You're in character.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Have your character interact with something else so we learn more about your character.
Yeah.
It's not that hard.
I mean, exactly. Just have fun with it. But don't take every little thing said so serious.
It hurts. A lot of people are Taboo, what happened? What's going on?
Let's have some fun.
I'm going to have to go. I have my wife get ready to come here. The phone call came in. That's what knocked me out. So,
well, I gotta go.
So
you ain't
gonna make I'll close the show. Guys, thank you for tuning in. And we are losing some viewers, so let me close it up. Thank you both, you guys, for tuning in. Turnbuckle Talk. I'm sure we'll do it again. So there goes Tim.
One more. I just got to do it one last time.
Yeah, Brain.
Dog. This is the Brain speaking to you. You better come when I call next time. I'm about to go hit Revolt Wrestling again. You better come, because I'm going to prove in the end that you're not ready. We'll see y'all later.
Taboo, Taboo, I see you there. If you want to give a correct send-off,
yes.
Send off you want. Ooh, I'm burping. I had a lot of alcohol.
Okay. I have my boss calling me, so I'm gonna have to go. This was Turnbuckle Talk. Thank you for everyone for sharing and coming on and your questions. And it was nice to talk to a real brain.
Ooh,
it really was.
Oh, not me. Oh, you.
And you, yes. I always enjoy talking to you, my man.
No, you already said it. I'm firing you. You're off everything. I'm gonna and remove you from everything. I'm gonna give you death threats. All right, guys. So yeah, I'm Jimbo. That was good. That was a good, decent turnout. We had a lot of people show up, a lot of comments, better than I would have expected. I don't want to do this show for nobody. So it is. I'm old. I don't got too much time in the game. I'm not gonna be like Mad T and advertise a retirement and then like not retire. I'm not gonna be like Dr. Quack, and I can't say any more on that because I'll get in trouble. I'm not gonna be like a lot of people, but I am Jim. I'll never apologize for being Jim. I am the Revolt co-GM on Thursday. My ear's ringing too, so I don't know why that is. Wonder if somebody's talking about me. I mean, I have a good 10 minutes to go on a rant and close the show. 2 hours is a good mark, because that has been brought into the ether that, like, if you're going over 2 hours with like nobody watching, what are you doing? But I got like 7 people watching through the various networks. It's not double digit. I would love to go double digit before it's all said and done. I do have a show Thursday. If I don't do double digits, that's like I told BX Princess, I am the Revolt co-owner. I want to hand Revolt over to her because the network, EMP, does provide a big audience for this. And I'm just a little engine that could. I'm a decent on-air talent, but am I a good promoter? Do people like me? Do people want to tune in to watch me? That I can't control. I can only control how good I am while I'm on the air. I'm probably going to show another Revolt show after this. I guess I have a show with Frankie B. We're going to talk about John Cena. Oh, Donnie, why are you back? What's up, Donnie? You're back?
Yes, I want to ask a question.
Yeah.
Okay. So when me and you and some other people went on the World Cup, I thought that thing was biased. There we go. I thought it was biased. Hey, Phil Marshall got me. Congratulations, wonderful. I thought I kept it wrestling, and the guy sounded like a documentary, and they picked him anyways. It doesn't bother me. I just don't understand it. So
Well, I mean, I
why
have
don't
the
we have
answer.
our own World Cup?
Well, I'm not ready for that. A lot of people don't like me. We need to kill it for the next 3 months. If we can kill it here in Revolt, we got 5 people watching right now. That's better than 0. That's better than 1. That's better than 2. That means there's at least 3 people that aren't us. I have weird fingers that are watching this still right now. So people,
What do you guys want to say? Say it.
they won't. They're not commenting.
Oh,
Nobody's commenting.
okay.
It's on YouTube, but they might be through their Facebook. I mean, I had a great time tonight. That's at the end of the day, that keeps me happy. And as long as there's a couple people participating, it keeps me wanting to move this forward. But what was the question you asked? So about the World Cup. I mean, the World Cup.
I would like to see. I would like to see another World Cup or whatever it's called in the U.S. instead because that was overseas, wasn't it?
Technically. So what I would do, you either have a 16-man, a 32-man, or if you have enough people, a 64-man tournament. I could definitely host.
I think you could pick.
Oh, you're gone. Oh, what happened there? We couldn't hear you. What? I could do whatever you told me I can or can't do. What'd you say, Donnie? Donnie? Hello? Donnie, you're breaking up a little bit. I should remove you. I'm going to remove you, and then if you try to come back, I'll add you back on. We have, like I said, 2 hours is a good benchmark. I mean, Phil Marshall, I've had a lot of people outside of EFED. I send the Phil Marshall promo and whoever he's going against to people outside of EFED and have them judge the match. And everyone loves Phil Marshall, but they don't like him as much as us EFEDers. So angry. Why are you angry? You have like 7 minutes to say why you're angry. I'm not sure what I missed. So if he didn't like it, so Bulletproof Phil Marshall for like that 7-minute promo he did. All right, let's see. What's up, Taboo? What do you got going down, man? What's going on here? Taboo? Taboo? Yeah, what's up? You're muted. What's up, Taboo? 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 Can't hear you. Nope, can't hear you. Can't hear you. Can't hear you. Unless it's me. Sometimes my shit gets a little weird. I mean, this guy's only got another. I'm keeping my shit under 2 hours always. Because people talk a lot of shit, and what I do is the people that talk shit that try to troll, I'm a really good troll back. I'm a troll eater. Let me look at the camera when I do that. Phil Marshall, I don't think really beat Great Taboo. I had people outside of EFED watch that, and they're like, why did for like the whole meal? All right, let's see if he gets this.
Yeah,
what's up,
I had the
Taboo?
microphone off.
Right, what's up, man?
Okay, I want to see a World Cup because I enjoyed it, and I think that there'd be a new look if we ever bring it here. You know,
I mean, World Cup, you want inclusion from everybody. So until CWF or IW compete, it's not a true World Cup. Let's just be honest. It is what it is. It sucks to say, but it is a thing. I could definitely host a big tournament of champions, either 16, 32 people, I think would be good. But World Cups has a good spot with Unfiltered. It is what it is. There was a lot of room for tomfoolery, and there was a lot of things that can say that there was tomfoolery. But there's a lot of things that can say that there isn't tomfoolery. I'm not biased. Judge it? I'm one of the only people in this game that isn't biased.
Who would judge it?
It was pretty much all Unfiltered. The Grant Miller. You don't know who he is. Unfiltered, do you?
I heard his name, but I wouldn't want him judging that. I mean, we already seen where that went. We just have somebody biased.
I mean, like I said, this is like when you go to New York City and there's like art in front of you where like your little kid could have painted it. but they say somebody really famous painted it, and people pay $1 million for it. That's what Phil Marshall's promo against you was. There's a lot of people that I sent both of your guys' promos to that said you were better. But on top of that, I watched the World Cup, and if Unfiltered was biased, a lot of matches would have had different results. So it's a little biased, but not, oh my God, biased. But that's my opinion. What's your opinion?
Exactly.
With 4 minutes to go.
He was like a documentary. I mean, he was good. He had the voice, the look. He was good. But he rambled about stuff. I did it all wrestling.
So
Bojack Grizz, I called him, and he told me keep it all wrestling.
You ever hear the expression, the comedian's comedian, like Norm Macdonald? A lot of comedians love Norm Macdonald. Do you know Norm Macdonald?
No.
Dirty Works. I don't know what else he was. He was the main guy in Dirty Works. So a lot of other comedians like him, but a lot of the general audience, it's a niche. And I'm not saying Phil Marshall's a niche, but people outside of promo don't like him as much. For some reason, a lot of EFEDers like him. I like him. He's at the top of my Fave 5 right now. Franklin Benjamin, and then Unfiltered. 4 and 5 we'll just save for another time. But I mean, we got 3 minutes to go. I don't want to go over 2 hours. What do you?
That's what the Birdman was talking about, because I congratulated him. I said congratulations, and they said, "Oh, you're sucking his dick." That's what the Birdman was talking about. Because I'm not mean. I just said, "Hey, congratulations, you won." I did the way it's supposed to be done.
Birdman's a bad guy. Birdman is the Iron Sheik. I mean, Iron Sheik, you're not going to agree with anything he says.
No.
So that's Birdman. I can't believe. I mean, did you give, like, how did Birdman even get on the show? What happened there? I'm not too sure there, Taboo.
That guy's a sneaky guy, and he snuck in the back door, like you said. I got to talk to my help. They probably left the back door open.
But so Taboo, we got about 2 minutes. I mean, this Thursday we do have a Revolt show. I'm pretty pumped to get back in here. I'm pretty happy with tonight's Turnbuckle Talk. I'm gonna be honest. That was some patient, I think. And we went 2 hours. And at the end of the day, if you and me had fun, then is it a waste of time? I don't think so.
No, I think this is one of the better ones. I think it was very creative, and it was great.
No,
okay. So I got it. I'm going to have to go, my friend. My boss is home.
Uh-oh.
I got to go.
I love you. Just start the day. Start it off with I love you. You're my favorite person in the world. Say it. Say it to her.
I love you. You're my favorite person in the world.
There you go. You say that. You hug her. The biggest hug ever. But get the fuck off my screen. All right. Here I am for 1 minute and 30. Yeah, guys. So I'm Jimbo. A lot's going on in Revolt Wrestling. I am the co-GM. This Thursday at 7 p.m. I will have a show. I'm pretty excited to get back in there. Yes, when the camera and the lights are on, I like being a character. But fat, receding hairline, old, drunk. I have John Cena wristband, a sleeveless Miller shirt. So, like, if you guys think that, like, I think that I'm better than you, I really don't. I'm just trying to be entertaining on air. So if you guys don't see that and you're offended by what I say, I don't really understand. Lord have mercy on your soul outside of you interacting with me if you choose to get offended at this game because of me. I have no reason to keep this stream under 2 hours, but I do like it. I do think it's a good thing to shoot for. I thank you guys for tuning in. I think that was a good show. That turned out better than I thought. But it's time to actually, I'm going to go do a lot of promos after this show. So if you're not following, follow this on YouTube or Twitch to stay current. Until next time, we will see you all.